Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. May is coming to an end, so that means it's time for May's monthly favorites. I'll get into it right away, and I want to start with the DEUX cookie dough. This one is the cinnamon roll flavor, which is for limited edition, so I don't even know if by the time that I post this one specifically is going to be available, but DEUX has a bunch of different flavors. If you've never had DEUX, I feel like everybody in their life at some point has eaten like cookie dough when they're baking cookies, and I know there's a whole like salmonella thing, whatever. I don't even know if that's true because I feel like I pretty much don't know a single person that has not had cookie dough. But this is like legit edible cookie dough, and you can actually also use it to bake cookies. So it actually has instructions here, and you can eat it two ways, or deux ways. And so you can just like scoop it and eat it straight from the jar. I pretty much always eat it like this because it's just so freaking good. Or you can bake it. You roll it into balls, flatten and bake for 7 to 8 minutes at 350. I wouldn't necessarily classify this as super healthy cookie dough because at the end of the day, it does have added sugars and all these things, but it is healthier than like if you were to grab one of those like, what is it, like the baking mixes, Betty Crocker, I think it is. It is definitely healthier. Like it doesn't have as many added sugars as that one does. And I think all of their cookie doughs are enhanced, so they have something on top of just like the ingredients. They had a limited edition one with Summer Fridays, which I really loved, and that one was actually enhanced with collagen because, you know, it was like a skincare one. This one is enhanced with vitamin B12, so you can see it right there. But pretty much like all of the flavors have some sort of enhancement, and they taste so freaking good. This one literally tastes like a cinnamon roll. I clearly have already enjoyed quite a bit, but it is just like this, and then you just scoop it out, enjoy it, and this one has white chocolate chips. It is so freaking good. This one I feel like has to be in the top 3 of my favorite flavors. I would say the space brownie one is really good, which ironically I'm not much of a brownie person, but it tastes so freaking good. It's just like chocolate with sprinkles, and it is delicious. I would say this one is probably first, then space brownie, and then birthday cake. You can never go wrong with birthday cake. I would put the Summer Fridays one at the top because it was really good. It was very similar to birthday cake, I would say, and it had sprinkles, but that one's no longer available, so I don't want to put that one at the top because you're not going to be able to try it, unfortunately. But if you did, you know how good it was. And I guess this is my public pledge to DEUX and Summer Fridays to bring it back. Anyway, moving on is the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. This one came out recently, and I actually got it because I was going to apply it for the Formula 1 race because I wanted to have a little bit of coverage, but I didn't want it to be like full on makeup that's going to melt in the freaking 97-degree weather that we had. I didn't end up using it because it was still insanely hot. This would have probably still melted somehow. And 2, I was having some hives, like allergic reaction to the sun and the heat, so I didn't want to put anything over my skin. However, I have used it like outside of the Formula 1 event, and it is so good because I don't like a lot of coverage on my skin. I just like to keep it like as natural as possible, and this does the trick. Like it offers just enough coverage where your skin tone is pretty much evened out, but it doesn't feel heavy or anything like that. And as a bonus, it does have SPF. I'm pretty sure it's SPF 20. Yes, SPF 20 sunscreen. So I still apply higher than that sunscreen, but still it's nice to know that this is sunscreen. And I will clarify because I feel like maybe some people have a doubt about this. If you apply like sunscreen with SPF 30 and then you apply something with SPF 20, oh my gosh, I can't say SPF back to back. It does not add up. Like it's not like, oh, I added those two, now I have SPF 50. No, you are still going to have like the highest SPF that you applied. I literally cannot say SPF. So anyway, so I encourage you that even if you're going to use this, try to apply another sunscreen before, just to like offer more coverage. I use mine in the shade 24N. If I open it, this is what it looks like. And you literally just like drop a little bit and then just like put it on your face. I applied with the Rare Beauty liquid foundation brush, but I feel like you can definitely apply with like a sponge, like a, like a beauty blender or anything like that. Maybe even with your hands, so I feel like it might get messy just because it is tinted, so, And I do also apply this like after my whole skincare routine, so even though it is a tinted moisturizer, I don't use it as a moisturizer. I just use it as like a foundation because I'm not really a fan of actual foundations. Anyway, I did mention sunscreen, so only fitting that the next product is sunscreen. So this is the Supergoop Resetting 100% Mineral Powder Sunscreen. This one is SPF 35. And I also got this one for the Formula 1 race to just like apply continuously. And I'm a huge fan of sunscreen, and I will admit, I'm gonna call myself out on this one. I do not frequently reapply sunscreen. I pretty much just like apply sunscreen in the morning and then that is it, which is not really ideal. Like you want to continue to apply sunscreen throughout the day because it doesn't last like, 12, 13, 14 hours, however long you're gonna be outside in the sun. Well, not directly exposed to the sun, but like going out and about. So you want to reapply sunscreen continuously, and I was not doing that, so really not a good thing on my end. Do not do that. So I ended up getting this one so that I can just take it with me wherever I go, and I can reapply sunscreen every few hours, especially if I am actually outside. Like I do work from home, so I do spend more time indoors, but I still try to reapply because I do go out and walks with the dogs pretty often throughout the day. So with this one, you just open it, then you pull this thing back, and then you have the little brush. And all you gotta do is just like tap it, well, like the powder starts coming out. And so you just literally like go and just like brush it like this. And that is all that you gotta do throughout the day, is just like reapply it. And one cool thing is that it is kind of like a setting powder, so it is a little bit mattifying, is that like a term? And so it just like evens out your skin tone, and just like if you do have like oily skin, or like maybe you're sweating because, you know, it's hot outside, this helps like tone that down. And I really like it. I have not had any sort of like negative reactions, no like allergic reactions or anything like that, so I highly recommend this one. Anyway, up next is this Pilates ring. So I've actually had this ring for, I'm gonna say like a year or two, but I had never used it before. I love Pilates, but I don't do it very often, and like if I do, it's most likely because I go to a studio and I do like a reformer Pilates. Obviously with the past 2 years and all the gyms being closed and everything, it has been much of that, but I do enjoy Pilates, and lately my body's been really craving Pilates. I started doing a Tone It Up challenge this month, and some of the classes were Pilates classes, and they required this ring, and I started using it, and I was like, why have I not used this before? Like, this is a game changer. It seems super simple, you know, it's just like a little ring, but actually once you put it like in between your legs or even your arms and you start like putting on pressure, it's just like a great body weight way to like increase resistance and just add a little bit of challenge to your workouts. You know, there's a bunch of uses for this one. I pretty much just use it when I'm doing like the Tone It Up videos that require it right now, but I am really getting into Pilates lately. Like, my body always craves bar and Pilates, like low impact workouts. And for a little bit of time there, I was really doing a lot of strength training. Like, I don't know why my body was like, we just want to lift weights. But I think I'm getting back to my normal routine of like, no, I just want to do some bar. I want to do some Pilates. And so I think I'm going to be using this one a lot more even now. But highly recommend it if you are into low impact workouts. This is just a great way to elevate those workouts and just add a little bit more challenge. And last but not least is this book by Vex King. It's Good Vibes, Good Life. And I highly recommend this book. It is about self-love, and I feel like everybody should practice self-love. So this one is definitely a must. And I got this one at Target actually when I was doing a little solo date that I had. I actually did it on a YouTube video, I think. And I got this one and I finally read it this month, and wow. Like, honestly, a lot of these things that he talks about, I've already put into practice in my life for a while and everything. So that was also very like reaffirming of like, you are on the right path. Like, you're really doing a good job practicing self-love and putting yourself first and really just taking care of yourself, which is so important. But I feel like not many people do that. And so I think that this is super important, just like as a quick reminder of your worth and how much, you know, like how important it is for you to take care of yourself. But also it has some like nice little tips and things of like maybe how you can practice more self-care and more self-love. So highly recommend this one. And also he is on Instagram as well, and I started following him after I got this book, and I love his content. Like, it's honestly so uplifting and just really gets you thinking about self-love and how to really respect and just appreciate yourself as well. So also recommend following him on Instagram, but also follow me because I also talk a lot about self-love. Just saying, shameless plug. Anyway, great book. Maybe one day I'll have my own book on self-love. I don't know. I mean, I could talk hours and hours on end about self-love. But for now, I highly encourage you to read this one. Anyway, those were my monthly favorites for May. I hope you enjoyed them. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section, or if you've tried any of these products, also feel free to comment your experience. If you like this video, please give it a like, a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.